Have you ever caught yourself reliving past scenes or worrying about what is to come? In a scenario filled with distractions and responsibilities, it's easy to get lost in thoughts about what has been or what might be. Mindfulness is the habit of focusing on the now, accepting it without judgment. This means being aware of your thoughts and bodily sensations without being carried away by them. And how does this fit with Stoicism? The Stoics believe that true wisdom and peace arise from accepting the present. For them, life is a sequence of moments that should be lived with purpose and full awareness. Start the practice of mindfulness by dedicating a few minutes daily to meditation. Find a quiet place, close your eyes, and pay attention to your breathing. Feel the air entering and leaving your lungs. When your mind starts to wander, which is inevitable, gently bring your attention back to your breath. This simple practice can be incredibly effective. It helps train your mind to focus on the present rather than worry about the future or dwell on the past. Ask yourself, where is my mind now? Am I really present or am I lost in thoughts? This self-inquiry can be a crucial first step in cultivating mindfulness. We often operate on autopilot, reacting to stimuli without really being aware of our actions or feelings. By bringing intentionality to each moment, you begin to live more fully and consciously. Another way to incorporate mindfulness is to bring small moments of mindfulness throughout your day. For example, when savoring a coffee, feel the warmth of the cup in your hands. Observe the color of the liquid and smell its aroma before taking a sip. When walking, feel the sensation of your feet touching the ground and listen to the sounds around you. These small acts of presence can make a significant difference in how you experience your daily life. Mindfulness can also be applied to conversations. How often do you find yourself thinking about what you'll say next instead of really listening? Practice active listening. Pay full attention to what is being said without interruptions or judgments. This not only improves the quality of your interactions, but also strengthens genuine connection with others. Moreover, the practice of mindfulness involves accepting your thoughts and emotions. When a negative thought or difficult emotion arises, instead of resisting or criticizing yourself, observe it with curiosity. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this? What is this feeling trying to communicate to me? By treating your thoughts and emotions as momentary visitors, you can reduce their impact and learn from them instead of being overwhelmed. Besides the emotional benefits, mindfulness also brings proven physical advantages. Studies indicate that regular mindfulness practice can reduce stress, improve sleep quality, and even strengthen the immune system. By cultivating a calm and present mind, you are taking care of both your mental and physical health. However, mindfulness is not a magic solution that solves all problems overnight. It is a continuous practice that requires patience and perseverance. There may be days when your mind is especially agitated and it's difficult to concentrate. In these moments, remember to be kind to yourself. The practice of mindfulness is not about being perfect, but about returning to the present repeatedly with compassion and acceptance. It is a powerful tool for cultivating emotional balance. By training your mind to focus on the present, you can reduce anxiety, improve your ability to handle stress, and live a fuller and more meaningful life. Start with small daily steps and observe how your perspective and well-being begin to transform. After all, true peace and balance are always available in the present moment. Additionally, consider how the practice of mindfulness can extend to your daily activities, such as cooking, cleaning, or even at work. Each task can become an opportunity to practice presence and deepen your connection with the present moment. And by doing so, you may discover new ways to appreciate the beauty and simplicity of everyday life. Stoicism teaches us that true freedom lies in living according to our nature, and mindfulness is a powerful tool to help us achieve this state of inner and outer harmony. Stoic teaching. 3. Face adversity with dignity. It's natural to dislike facing problems. It's human to feel down, discouraged, or even upset when things don't go as planned. However, Stoicism offers us a different perspective. It's essential to face difficulties with serenity and inner strength. But what does this mean in practice? Perhaps you're going through a tough phase. It could be a health issue, a turmoil at work, or even a personal disagreement. The immediate reaction is to ask, why is this happening to me? And then dive into discouragement. But what if you change the question to, what can I learn from this? This small shift in perspective can make a huge difference. Let's think of everyday situations. Imagine you've lost your job. Naturally, the first feeling may be despair and concern about the future. But instead of letting yourself be carried away by these emotions, you can see this as an opportunity to reassess your path, learn new skills, or even pursue that passion that has always been sidelined. This is the Stoic way of acting. Another crucial point is to maintain calm and composure. Remember the last time you saw someone lose their temper in a difficult situation. It didn't seem very effective, did it? Maintaining dignity means not allowing external factors to dominate your emotions. Take a deep breath, count to 10, and ask yourself, how can I deal with this positively? This is not easy and requires practice, but it's a skill that can change your life. And don't underestimate the power of social connections. Sometimes we face challenges that seem unbearable. In these moments, seeking the support of friends, family, or even a mentor can be crucial. Talking to someone you trust can bring new perspectives and solutions you hadn't considered. And just the act of sharing your feelings can alleviate some of the burden you're carrying. There is also immense value in recognizing the good things, even amidst difficulties. The practice of gratitude can be a beacon in tough times. Try listing the things you're grateful for, no matter how small. It could be a friend's support, a good book you're reading, or even the simple fact of having a roof over your head. Focusing on these small things can change your perspective and give you the strength to face challenges. It's important to realize that facing difficulties with dignity is a constant journey. It's not about being perfect or never feeling negative emotions. It's about how you choose to react to these emotions and situations. The next time life presents you with a challenge, ask yourself, how can I face this with dignity and strength? This constant practice will help strengthen your mind, allowing you to navigate life's storms with more serenity and balance. Remember, dignity in adversity is not just a demonstration of strength, but also a way to cultivate a more balanced and resilient life. By adopting these practices, you can transform challenges into opportunities for personal and emotional growth. Additionally, consider how you can prepare for future adversities. Stoicism teaches us to anticipate potential difficulties through the practice of negative visualization, imagining difficult scenarios, and mentally preparing to face them calmly and with dignity. This preparation is not to live in fear, but to strengthen your resilience so that when adversity knocks on your door, you're more prepared to face it with your head held high and a firm heart. Stoic teaching. 4. Virtue as a guide. Have you ever wondered what really matters in your life? In Stoicism, virtue is considered the path to true happiness and emotional balance. But what does it mean to live virtuously, and how can this help us maintain calm and serenity in daily life? Let's simplify the concept of virtue. In Stoicism, virtue is not about being perfect or morally superior. It's about living according to principles that are important to you, such as honesty, courage, justice, and wisdom. When you align your actions with these values, you find a deep source of satisfaction and inner peace. Imagine a common situation. You have the chance to lie to avoid a problem at work. The immediate solution may seem attractive, but if lying goes against your principles of honesty, it can generate a feeling of discomfort and guilt. On the other hand, by choosing honesty, even if the truth is difficult, you maintain your integrity and, in the long run, your peace of mind. A practical way to adopt virtue as a guide is to reflect daily on your actions and decisions. Ask yourself, is this aligned with my values? This simple question can help you make more conscious decisions and live more authentically. Over time, this practice can become a habit, making it easier to maintain emotional balance. Virtue can also be a guide in times of crisis. Imagine you're facing an injustice at work. It's natural to feel anger and frustration, but how can you respond in a way that is in tune with your values? Perhaps acting with justice means standing up for yourself calmly and rationally, or seeking support from colleagues and superiors constructively. Acting with virtue not only resolves the situation more effectively, but also reinforces your sense of self-esteem and dignity. Moreover, living according to virtue promotes healthier and more meaningful relationships. When you treat others with respect, empathy, and justice, you build a foundation of trust and reciprocity. This not only improves the quality of your interactions, but also creates an environment of mutual support that can be a source of strength in difficult times. Practicing virtue can also help cultivate emotional resilience. By focusing on what you can control, your own actions and reactions, and striving to live according to your principles, you become less vulnerable to negative external influences. This doesn't mean you'll be immune to difficulties, but that you'll have a solid foundation to face them with more confidence and clarity. The pursuit of virtue is an ongoing process, not a final goal. There will be times when you fail or stray from the path, and that's okay. The important thing is the intention and the constant effort to align your actions with your values. Each small step towards virtue is a step towards a more balanced and fulfilling life. Making virtue your guide can transform your approach to life, helping you maintain calm and serenity even in the most challenging moments. By committing to ethical and moral principles, you find a source of inner strength that sustains your emotional balance and promotes a fuller and more meaningful existence. Stoic teaching. 5. The power of rational thought. When emotions envelop us like a storm, what do we do to regain control? We all have those moments when it seems that emotions take the helm of our mind, making it difficult to make sensible decisions. Stoicism teaches us to value reason as a fundamental tool to overcome these impulsive reactions and maintain emotional balance. Rational thought is this ability to look at situations logically and objectively, without being excessively swayed by emotions. Imagine yourself in a heated argument. It's so easy to let anger speak for us and say things we'll later regret. But what if we could take a step back, breathe deeply, and analyze the situation calmly? What is really at stake? What is the best way to resolve the conflict constructively and respectfully? To practice rational thought, one of the most effective approaches is to question our own emotions and thoughts. When a strong emotion arises, ask yourself, why am I feeling this? Is this emotion helping or harming me? Is there a more rational way to view this situation? This practice can help us realize that often our emotions are based on distorted or exaggerated perceptions of reality. For example, imagine that you're afraid of public speaking. Many people feel an overwhelming fear before a presentation, imagining all the possible disasters that may occur. However, if we analyze rationally, we realize that most of these worst-case scenarios are unlikely. Instead of focusing on negative possibilities, we can concentrate our energy on preparation and the skills we possess, remembering that making mistakes is natural and part of the learning and growth process. Moreover, another powerful technique is the practice of cognitive restructuring, which involves identifying and challenging irrational or negative thoughts. Suppose you've received criticism at work. Instead of immediately thinking, "I'm a failure," ask yourself, is this criticism really fair? Is there something constructive I can learn from this? By restructuring your thoughts in a more rational and balanced way, you can transform a negative experience into an opportunity for growth. It's equally important to cultivate the habit of pausing before reacting. Often, we react impulsively to a situation without considering all the information. Taking a moment to breathe and reflect can make a big difference in how we handle challenges. This pause allows reason to guide our actions instead of being dominated by momentary emotions. The Stoics also suggest the practice of negative visualization, which involves imagining the worst possible scenarios and reasoning about how we would handle them. This practice is not to be pessimistic, but to mentally and emotionally prepare to face difficulties. By visualizing how you would handle adverse situations, you become more resilient and less susceptible to panic when they actually occur. Remember that rational thought does not mean suppressing or ignoring emotions, but rather integrating them in a balanced way. Emotions are a natural part of the human experience and have their value. The goal is to learn to manage them so that they do not dominate your decision-making. The power of rational thought lies in its ability to bring clarity and balance amidst turbulent emotions. By cultivating the habit of questioning your emotions, restructuring negative thoughts, and pausing before reacting, you can develop a more resilient and serene mind. This balance between reason and emotion is essential for living a full and balanced life, facing challenges with wisdom and tranquility. Moreover, by integrating these principles into your daily life, you may discover new ways to approach complex problems with a clearer mind and a broader view. This not only improves your ability to handle personal challenges, but can also positively influence your work environment and interpersonal relationships, promoting a climate of understanding and cooperation. Stoic teaching. 6. Limit your expectations. Do you frequently feel disappointed with people or situations around you? Often this happens because our expectations are unrealistic or excessively high. In Stoicism, limiting expectations is an essential practice to avoid frustrations and maintain inner peace. But how to do this in a practical and humane way? Let's reflect on our daily expectations. How many times do we expect things to happen exactly as planned? Perhaps you've organized a perfect day, but then something out of your control happens, a delay, an unforeseen event, or an unexpected reaction from someone. It's at this moment that unmet expectations can generate frustration and stress. The Stoics teach that by accepting reality as it is, without clinging to rigid expectations, we can find more serenity and satisfaction. Consider a common situation, such as a meeting with friends. If you expect everyone to arrive on time and the conversation to flow perfectly, any deviation from this ideal scenario can cause disappointment. But what if, instead, you accept that unforeseen events happen, that each person has their own rhythm and disposition? By adjusting your expectations, you can enjoy the moment more, appreciating the company for what it is and not for what you expected it to be. Limiting your expectations does not mean being pessimistic or giving up on hoping for the best. It's about being realistic and flexible, understanding that life is full of uncertainties. When you adjust your expectations, you become more resilient to the changes and unforeseen events that arise along the way. Ask yourself, what is really under my control in this situation? Am I expecting too much from others or circumstances? This kind of reflection can help align your expectations with reality, providing a more balanced and serene perspective. Let's apply this to another example, your job. You expect to be recognized and promoted quickly, and when this doesn't happen, you feel undervalued and demotivated. But what if you shift your perspective to focus on what's under your control? Your dedication, your professional growth, your daily learning? By limiting your expectations about immediate recognition, you can find satisfaction in progress and continuous effort, instead of being frustrated by the lack of immediate results. Another important aspect is how we deal with expectations in our personal relationships. Expecting our partners, friends, or family to always meet our needs and desires can lead to constant disappointments and disillusionments. Instead of imposing rigid expectations, try communicating your needs clearly and openly, and be prepared for compromises and adjustments. Accepting human imperfections and flexibility in expectations can strengthen your bonds and promote an environment of understanding and mutual support. Limiting your expectations is a powerful practice for maintaining emotional balance and reducing frustrations in daily life. By adjusting your expectations to be more realistic and flexible, you can navigate the uncertainties of life with more serenity and resilience. Remember, the key is to accept what is beyond your control and value the present for what it is. This not only promotes a more balanced and harmonious life, but also paves the way for lasting inner peace and a fuller existence. Stoic teaching. 7. Accept your mistakes. To err is human, right? However, many of us spend much of our lives trying to avoid mistakes at all costs, or excessively blaming ourselves when we make one. But what if there were a healthier and more balanced way to deal with our mistakes? Stoicism offers a powerful approach. Accepting our mistakes is part of continuous learning and growth. Let's start with a simple example. Imagine you lost your temper with a coworker and ended up saying something you regretted. The immediate reaction may be shame and guilt. But instead of dwelling on these negative feelings, what would happen if you saw this as an opportunity to reflect and grow? Accepting that you made a mistake is the first step. Then think about what caused your reaction and how you could act differently in the future. This self-reflection is crucial for personal growth and emotional development. Another important aspect is self-compassion. Being hard on yourself after making a mistake only increases suffering and doesn't contribute to improvement. On the contrary, treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend who made a mistake. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I improve and evolve from this? This approach promotes a growth mindset and resilience, allowing you to face future challenges with more confidence and clarity. Mistakes are inevitable and part of everyone's journey. No one expects you to be perfect, except perhaps yourself. Lowering this expectation of perfection can relieve much of the weight you place on your own shoulders. We are all in a constant learning process, and each mistake is a lesson in disguise, an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. The important thing is to be willing to learn and continuously improve without clinging to the past. Consider the impact that accepting your mistakes can have on your relationships. When you admit a mistake and sincerely apologize, you show others that you are human and vulnerable, which can strengthen your connections. This creates an environment of trust and openness, where everyone feels comfortable, being authentic, and growing together. When we accept our mistakes, it serves as an example to others. It shows that making mistakes is not the end of the world, and that it's possible to get up, learn, and move forward. This can inspire those around you to adopt a similar approach, creating a culture of continuous learning and development. Practicing the acceptance of mistakes can also be a great emotional relief. Carrying the weight of guilt and regret is exhausting and counterproductive. Instead, allow yourself to recognize the mistake, learn from it, and move on. This attitude not only improves your emotional well-being, but also frees up mental energy that can be directed towards more productive and positive things. Stoic teaching. 8. Strengthen your mind through adversity. We all face difficult moments in life, whether it's a personal loss, a work challenge, or a health crisis. These moments of adversity can seem insurmountable, but it's precisely in these situations that we can find an opportunity to strengthen our minds and grow emotionally. Stoicism teaches us to see adversity not as an enemy, but as an ally in our personal development and evolution. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, said, "Adversity is an opportunity for virtue." In other words, it's in difficult moments that we truly show what we're made of. But how can we turn these challenges into mental strength? First, it's important to adopt a mindset of acceptance. When we resist adversity, we waste energy fighting something that is often beyond our control. Instead, by accepting the situation, we can focus our energy on how to respond constructively and positively. You can ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this experience? This kind of questioning helps transform adversity into a tool for personal and emotional growth. Another fundamental aspect is self-care during difficult times. Strengthening the mind doesn't mean ignoring your emotional or physical needs. Take time to care for yourself, whether through meditation, physical exercise, or simply talking to a trusted friend. Self-care is crucial for maintaining emotional resilience and helping us face challenges with more strength and determination. Developing a positive perspective on adversity can be incredibly powerful. Instead of focusing only on difficulties, try to identify the opportunities that arise from these situations. Perhaps a health crisis teaches you to value your life more and take better care of your body, or a financial difficulty can teach you to be more creative and find new ways to save and earn money. This change in perspective can transform the way you face challenges and open new doors for growth and personal fulfillment. Social support also plays a crucial role in how we deal with adversity. Sharing your experiences and feelings with trusted people can offer new perspectives and emotional support. Don't hesitate to seek help when needed. Sometimes, just knowing you're not alone can be a great relief and source of comfort. Furthermore, know that adversity is temporary. Difficulties come and go, and each challenge overcome makes you stronger and more prepared to face the next. Marcus Aurelius also said, "The mind adapts and transforms to what you intend it for." This means that every time you face adversity and overcome it, your mind becomes more resilient and capable of handling future difficulties. Strengthening your mind through adversity involves accepting challenges, caring for yourself, maintaining a positive perspective, and seeking support when necessary. By doing this, you not only survive difficult moments, but emerge from them stronger and wiser, ready to face whatever life presents you. Stoic teaching. 9. Be your own counselor. Do you trust your own inner wisdom? Stoicism encourages us to seek answers within ourselves. In a world full of external opinions and conflicting advice, learning to be your own counselor can be one of the most valuable skills you can develop. Being your own counselor begins with the practice of self-reflection. When faced with important decisions, we often seek validation and guidance from others because we doubt our own wisdom. But consider this: who knows you better than yourself? You are the only person who experiences your thoughts, emotions, and experiences in their entirety. By trusting yourself more, you can find clarity and direction even in challenging situations. Let's imagine you're facing an important decision, like changing careers. The opinions of friends, family, and colleagues can be helpful, but ultimately, the decision is yours. Take time to deeply reflect on your desires, fears, and aspirations. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? Is this decision aligned with my values and long-term goals? By asking these questions, you access your inner wisdom and make a more informed and authentic decision. Another helpful tool is positive self-talk. We often are our harshest critics, which can undermine our confidence and self-esteem. Transform that internal dialogue into something constructive and encouraging. Instead of criticizing yourself for past mistakes, ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I improve in the future?" This type of self-reflection not only helps build confidence but also promotes continuous personal growth and a more positive approach to life. Seeking external advice is not bad. Obtaining different perspectives can be valuable. But use these opinions as additional information, not as directives. At the end of the day, you are the only one responsible for your decisions and their consequences. Trust in your ability to discern what is best for you and follow your intuition. Being your own counselor involves trusting your inner wisdom, practicing positive self-talk, and using meditation and mindfulness to connect with yourself. Treat yourself with self-compassion and use external advice as additional tools, not replacements for your own voice. Over time, this practice will strengthen your self-confidence and your ability to make decisions aligned with your values and goals, allowing you to live a more authentic and fulfilled life. These 9 Stoic lessons offer a practical and profound path to cultivate and maintain emotional balance amidst the challenges of modern life. By applying these principles in your daily life, you can develop a more resilient and serene mind, capable of facing challenges with wisdom and clarity. We've reached the end of this video, and I hope you found value in the Stoic lessons we shared today. If you've watched until the end, it shows your persistence, dedication, and pursuit of emotional balance and personal growth. So, I want to ask you to subscribe to the channel and leave your like to help us continue bringing inspiring content. And by commenting to the end below, I'll know that you are someone truly committed to your development, and I'll also leave a heart as a form of gratitude and recognition. On the screen, I'm leaving 2 other recommended videos for you. Choose one and dive even deeper into your journey of self-discovery and balance. Go ahead, and I'll meet you there.